I'm not going to be here long. I'm going to keep this brief. Why bitter men struggle with dating. Again, why bitter men struggle with dating. Y'all guys saw the thumbnail. Okay, any women in attendance, you also saw the thumbnail. Let me go ahead and read the caption. Man says that women with kids need to stop requiring shit and take what they can get. You lucky we even here. Options are low. Let me tell y'all something. Men who complain about women, men who complain about single mothers, their options are low. That's why they're complaining. Look, let me tell you guys something. Men who are having it their way with women, mark my motherfucking words. Men who are having it their way with women, men who are being treated with a great deal of respect by the women that they're dealing with, men who are having sex with women they are actually attracted to, men who are being treated well. In some cases, they're being treated like motherfucking kings by women, have absolutely nothing to complain about. Social media is littered. It is infected with the sexually frustrated modern male. And those are the guys that are really doing the most bitching about women, including dealing with single mothers. It's because they're sexually frustrated, they want to fuck, and women don't want to fuck them. So they're bitter. Why bitter men struggle with dating. Look, let me tell you guys something. When man says that women with kids need to stop requiring shit and take what they can get, you lucky we even here. Options are low. See, he's assuming that single mothers are having issues, that their options are low. And the reason why he's assuming that is because there's been this propaganda that's being perpetuated on the internet that single mothers are damaged goods. The woman in Houston, Drea, the chick that got pregnant by the basketball player, right? Don't she got a couple of kids? She's 39 years old. I thought she was supposed to hit the wall. Okay? Her options aren't low. She's carrying a baby of a millionaire. She got her retirement plan. Here's the reality of it. And I don't give a fuck what you Negroes think. Attractive women, whether they have kids or not, will always have options. Even if the majority of their options are just men who want to fuck them, at least they have that option to fuck if they wanted to. A lot of these guys that complain about single mothers on the internet, they're really upset because they try to get at single mothers and they're being rejected by single mothers. They're either being outright rejected by single mothers or they're running into women who require compensation, monetary compensation. They require extravagant dates, perhaps. They require that their bills be paid, perhaps. They're requiring shit that's going to cost these goofy dudes money. Here's a news flash for you motherfuckers. Even women without kids do the exact same thing. Here's the problem. I'm going to tell you what the real problem is. Let me plug the joint. Why bitter men struggle with dating. See, guys who have no standards, guys who actually don't think they're worthy to get the most attractive women out there, they go for the women that they think have low self-esteem. Let me say that shit again. Guys who actually think they can't get the most attractive women out there who are childless, they are going for the women. They are approaching the women that they think are desperate. They are approaching women that they think have low self-esteem or that lack options. Okay, and the reason why they are approaching women that they think have low self-esteem is because they themselves have low self-esteem. The reason why they are approaching women who they think lack options It's because they themselves lack options. See, water seeks its own level. Okay, let me say that shit again. I need you guys to understand where I'm going. Water seeks its own level. Meaning this, if you are a quality man and you believe you have value, you believe any woman who's dealing with you is going to get a quality man and a quality experience because you have value to offer, you're only going to deal with women who reciprocate the same energy. Quality women who are bringing value to your situation, who are bringing some type of enhancement to your situation. So if you are approaching women and you have the mindset that they should be lucky because their options are low, it's because your fucking options are low. And you're upset because one, your self-esteem, your confidence level is so low that you believe you can't get the women that you really want. So instead, you go for the low-hanging fruit, or at least you go for the women that you believe are low-hanging fruit because you yourself are low-hanging fruit. And then you're bitter because you lack the confidence, right, to actually go for the women that you really want. So because water seeks its own level, and because you are a man with low self-esteem, your goddamn self, you go for the women that you believe also have low self-esteem, and you can't get them either. And you just a bitter motherfucker coming to the internet to complain. Why bitter men struggle with dating. Because you think you're better than the women you're going for. And you believe that the women you really want are better than you. Okay, let me say that shit again. Let's rewind that. You think you're better than the women that you're actually approaching. That's your ego talking. And the women you actually want, the childless women who are very attractive, who got their shit straight, you don't think you're good enough to get them, which is why you are approaching women with children to begin with. You lack standards, because if you had standards and you can actually get attractive quality women with no kids, you wouldn't go out of your way to not only approach single mothers, but you wouldn't go out of your way to make goofy ass Facebook posts, Twitter posts, IG posts. You wouldn't bring your bitter ass to YouTube complaining. This is why when guys complain about single mothers, I know that single mothers aren't fucking you. And you think they should because you think you're better than them. And the reason, again, in closing, the reason why you think you're better than them is because you think they should be so lucky to get a man like you. Well, if you think you're that type of guy, why aren't attractive women who are childless on your motherfucking roster? Why ain't they fucking with you? Because in many cases, again, water seeks its own level. Once you start interacting with women, they realize you ain't shit. So the women that you really want, that you think are better than you, what you're doing is you're climbing down the tree. Oh, the high-hanging fruit ain't fucking with me. Let me go to the low-hanging fruit. Well, what's really happening is not only is the higher-hanging fruit ain't fucking with you, but the lower-hanging fruit ain't fucking with you either, because you're actually the fruit on the ground, nigga. You're the fruit on the ground. So even though a woman may be quote unquote low-hanging fruit, nigga, she's still kicking it on the motherfucking branch. She is still on the tree. Your bitch ass is rotten fruit on the ground, which is why women ain't fucking with you. Why bitter men struggle with dating. I'm out. Stop y'all fucking complaining. Don't nobody give a fuck about you bitch ass niggas. They can't get no pussy.